Hi, this is a quick demonstration of the web app that we've set up for our church, and it's really just a convenience. We all have our phones with us all the time, and so this is one way of having everything that we need to know about the church in one place, but also to give you access to all sorts of resources. You can access content that we've published and small group material and devotional material all in one place. And so to install the app, what you do is on your phone, open your browser. You don't go to one of the app stores, go to your browser and type in this web address, app.westvillemethodist.coza. We'll also send out the address via the WhatsApp group, so you can just click on it and it'll have the same effect and open in your browser. And when the link opens in your browser, many of you will get a little prompt that says install app or install WMC to your home page, and you can say yes, and it'll put an icon on the home page of your phone, and then you're good to go. You can literally just click on that icon and it'll run each time. Some of you won't get that little prompt, and what you need to do is in the browser menu there's an option that'll appear somewhere in that menu to say install WMC or install app, and then it'll be installed on your phone and possibly with an icon on the home page. And if you don't see an icon on the home page, what you may need to do once you've gone through that install process is go and look amongst all your apps and drag an icon to the home page like you would normally do with another app. This is the hardest part of the whole process, so if you have any trouble, give us a shout and we'll happily give you a hand with that. But once you've done that, the app will look like it does on the screen here. You've got these 9 icons and then a list of the latest content that's been published through our website. So you can see devotional material and blog posts and sermons and all sorts there. So just to quickly take you through all that's available on the app. First of all, there's the blog. This shows the blog posts that are put on our website and that are sent out in the Staying Connected, the little piece that I write. And if you click on any of those, it'll show you the article. Those little subject tags at the top there, if you click on one of those, will show you all other content on the app tagged with the same tag, prayer in this case. So there are 3 other blog posts and there are 3 sermons that deal with that subject. Anytime you want to go back to the home page, you can click on that little home icon at the top left there or the bottom left, that little white one. Then you have contact, and this is just easy access to contact details for the office, phone number, email address, details about hours and staff and so on, and bank details as well on that page. Back to home, here's the Devotionals tab, and this shows the daily prayers that we send out. There's the text of the prayer as well as the full text of the reading. So you can read all of that from within the app, and you can go back to previous days as well. And navigate your way around there and backwards and forwards. We have the quiet moments available too. If you click on this drop down box, you can choose whichever particular edition you're looking for, and mostly on the phone it'll ask to download a PDF, so it'll then load it separately, so it's not that convenient to view online. If you're on the web, it actually just shows it immediately on the screen. So that's for the quiet moments, and that'll give you access to all the PDFs all the way back to since we started publishing them on our site. And here's the Faith for Daily Living. For those of you who use this as a daily devotional, that pulls in today's devotional, and you can read the text of that and listen to the audio of it being read as well. Back to home, there's a list of upcoming events. I think there's nothing at the moment that's in the calendar, but if ever there is a pancake evening or a curry evening or whatever, details will appear there. Feedback, this is just an easy way of getting in touch with the office. If you want to send us a message, it'll come to us via email, and you can say, listen, I need my details updated, or please give me information about a group or whatever. An easy way to get in touch with us. And then the Groups tab has these 2 options here. The one is resources. I'll come to that now. But the groups shows all the groups that are meeting in the church at the moment. And this list is growing all the time, which is fantastic. So if you're interested in connecting with a home group or a fellowship group, there are the details of all the groups that are meeting. And then in the resources tab, we're going to publish kind of course material that'll be available here. So we're starting a preaching series this weekend called A Light for My Path, and it deals with reading scripture and the different types of literature in the scriptures and how to make meaning out of reading the Bible. And then the plan is that in the week following the service, additional material will be available. So small groups who might want to reflect on the Sunday sermon as part of what they do when they meet, there'll be some questions or some links to extra resources and so on. So if you click on that, there's not much content here now, but A Light from Our Path is that sermon series, and in future it'll show all the weeks of the series, and there'll be questions relating to that first week, for example. So if I click on that, follow-up material from week 1 of the sermon series. That's the idea. We'll start populating that as we go. That's groups. Noticeboard, again, there's an opportunity if we want to send out notices or let you know about something that's happening in the community, that'll go there. There's nothing there for the moment. And the Staying Connected, likewise, is a list of all the PDFs that you can access and download. Those are sent out on a Friday normally via the WhatsApp group. Then we have sermons, and this is listed by sermon series. So if it's in a particular series, you can click on the link and go and see that series. All other sermons will appear under this general tab here. So if it was a guest preacher or not part of a series, you'll find them there. If we look at this series, for example, this was the one that we finished quite recently, and you can go and find a particular sermon from that series. And you can listen to the audio, so just by clicking that play button, it'll play just the audio of the sermon, or see the video of the entire service, and that'll have the full hour there, and the full text of the Bible reading for that day is there as well. And again, like with the blog posts, you can click on a subject tag there and find other material related to the same subject. So if we click on that grace tag, you'll see there is a blog post and some sermons connected to the same theme. And then serving, and so this is a list of all the service teams. There are more, then we'll update this, but if you're interested in getting involved in some way, these are all the groups where you can get involved, and you can send us a message and say, please tell me more about this group, how do I get involved, or please add me, or whatever. So all of this you can do without volunteering any personal information. So anybody can access this app and use it. They don't have to be a member of the church. But there are some extra features for people who are our members. And so if you go into this menu here, that little user icon there, you are able to access your own details and the dates that you're serving. If you're in one of those service teams, especially on a Sunday, to say you're helping out with tea on this day or you're reading on that day, you can access those there. But in order to access your own details, we need to know that it is actually you holding your phone. We don't want your details being published for other people to read. So if you go and click on the My Details tab, you're going to be asked to verify your phone number. And so I'm going to put in my phone number and tell it that I'm not a robot. And then when I click verify, an SMS will be sent to my phone. And what that basically does is assures us that it is you holding your phone. So we're not going to be making your information available to anybody else. So I type in the code that came to my phone and click continue. And now you'll see what happens at the bottom of the app here. It's now picked up my name. It now knows that it is actually Michael holding this phone because the SMS went to his phone. And so if I go back into that user menu, I could now see my details. I won't open that tab now, but what that tab will show you is my phone number, an address, an email address, and it'll show you what groups I'm connected with, fellowship groups and service groups. And there's also a button on that page where you can say, hey, there's a mistake there, please update my details. But you'll be the only person who'll be able to see that tab. And then there's also this menu here, serving roster dates. If I click on that, it'll show you in the there's a musicians roster. I'm down to preach on those days, so it'll give the list of all the times when I'm down to serve in some way in the coming weeks. So if you're in if you're a tea server or in the flower team or whatever it may be, that will show the data that we have in the roster for you at the moment. So that's it, and we hope it'll be helpful. Please, if you're battling, come and pop in at the office or catch me on a Sunday and I'll help you set it up if you're battling. But and if you have any suggestions or thoughts for how we can make this more helpful for us as a community, give me a shout. In the meantime, good luck with the tech, and hope you find it useful.